Shalom, it's Selfie Carats. Hey guys, welcome back. Hey diamonds, welcome back to my channel. This is gonna be for cancers. I want to talk to y'all. Why y'all don't be watching me enough? Okay, I don't like that. Would I be talking about y'all too much? What it is though? Okay, so this is gonna be for Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, and Venus. Okay, so wherever that placement is at, let it resonate. I just added the astrology, so birth chart readings, to my mini like square site. Okay, so you guys can go book a visual with me, but I also will later on be adding services. So like if you just want to, if you just want to buy the item, I'll have that to you within 7 days. Okay, so if you don't want to see my face, it's cool. Y'all can just holler at me over here and I'll have that ready for you guys. But also, if you guys are interested, you guys can go link me over in Patreon. I have exclusive content over there that I like to serve my community with. But also, yeah, let's just get into your weekly reading. Okay, so we're going to tap into your emotional, spiritual, physical, and mental. I also just uploaded a video for that, so you guys can go watch that as well. And then we're going to just tap into strength, weakness, advice, or past, present, and future, where we'll cover both. Okay, so let's get into it. Hey. Okay, so we have the turkey for your emotional. Someone is behaving stupidly. Okay, so someone is behaving stupidly for that primary reason that they just kind of want to get a reaction. And you know this. And you know this. You know what I'm saying? You're like, you know what? I know this is a reaction thing. And I feel like you're actually being the one who actually, is trying to provoke that out of them. You're like, you know what? Just react. Because I know you want to react. You're testing them, but don't test someone to the point that you're really pushing them away, because of like, that's not my natural state of being, nor is that a space that I want to really involve myself in. You never know what somebody has overcome to really get out of that type of turmoil. Okay, but that's y'all, Cancer. Y'all do what y'all do. Okay, so we got broken wishbone. Wish will not be granted. See, look, they're not gonna do it spiritually, and you shouldn't inflict that spiritual, emotional despair on them. Okay, you should not inflict that type of, because that really is nothing but a boomerang effect when it comes to like this card literally represents to me like a boomerang, in the aspect where it's like, you put it and then you end up breaking the thing that you use to draw the emotion out of them. Do you understand? So that's kind of what I'm getting. And then we have in the physical, we have dark woman. So dealing with a relationship, this is the physical person. So this person comes in with those attributes. Okay, with the woman with the dark complexion or hair. Okay, so again, you can definitely try to get a dark hair chick or a dark skinned woman, a dark complexion woman to get out of their loving and nurturing space, because you're uncomfortable in really feeling what they feel. Do you understand? You're really uncomfortable with being soothed by them rather than you being the soother. Okay, so we have pale, which is in your mental. Time to get out of a situation. Okay, time to get out of a situation mentally, and that's what they be thinking. That could be what they're thinking, or that could be what somebody is thinking about you. Okay, so I have a law of attraction meditation for you. So this is also kind of like your money sector. Okay, but pay attention to the numerology within the readings today. Okay, it's going to be really, really important. I've been like kind of talking about the aspect of those a lot more. Okay, so we got the number 18. So nothing is more important than I feel good. So whenever you are feeling less than good, if you will stop and say, nothing is more important than when I feel good. I want to find a reason now to feel good, and you will find an improved thought. Anytime you feel negative emotion, you are in the mode of resisting something that you want. And that resistance takes its toll on you. It takes a toll on your physical body, and it takes a toll on the amount of wonderful things that you are allowing to come into your experience. Okay, I like that. Let me just write that down. Okay, so let's tap in with your Deviant Moon Tarot. Ooh. This is the first time playing with the deck today. This deck, every other card has been pretty much warmed up. So let's see what's gonna come out. Ooh, look. That's y'all three. It flipped over and reversed. So we have the Ace of Swords, so some truth. Okay, some truth is definitely going to be shed. The light is definitely going to be shared. You're definitely going to be moving either away or towards something. Okay, so we got the 5 of Wands, the 5 of Wands, 2 of Wands, and then we got the Emperor. Okay, so the strength is how you use your tactics. Okay, so you know how you like that would work in an argument if it wasn't for argument's sake. That would work if it wasn't for argument. If it, say, you know how they be like, let's say for argument's sake. That's the energy that I'm getting. Like, for argument's sake, this is something that, you know, would work if you were trying to really, you know, mature a person emotionally, or gain some type of leverage from them. But this is the aspect now that I'm feeling like it's actually going against you. Okay, so you may be harboring an old fight, you may be harboring something that they said, you may be harboring something that they took action in doing by defending themselves, but now you're kind of like seeing that you're just the one who's kind of like abusing, in a sense. Okay, you're abusing the situation by using, you know, your skill of, you know, bringing out those emotions. Okay, I feel like there's a point in the relationship or any of the aspect that you are resenting. Okay, you're resenting even being truthful, you're resenting even being clarifying, you're resenting even saying those things, if that makes sense. Okay, so we have the Two of Wands. Okay, so that's 7 in total. So you're very defensive. This is a very defensive reading. This is very unprovoked action, or unprovoked, like, you know what I mean? This is so unprovoked, or this is how somebody be feeling like, this is unprovoked. I did nothing to you. Okay, so that's how, you know, you could also be oblivious to what you do to people and not know that it's being, you know what I mean, monitored or watched and censored, in a sense. Okay, so we got the Two of Wands. So again, protection with the garlic being there. And also I can see you like really kind of using that tool to tame your inner hoe. Okay, because this is a hoe, in a sense. This is the tool that you use to garden, to dig, to really uncover yourself. Okay, so now you have to really go through those emotional partners. And I was gonna say this, but you have to go back to 18, when you really start having sex, or when, you know, your sexual partners became the forefront of how you moved forward and progressed in life. Okay, so that's just what I'm getting right now. We're really focusing on your stand, but also really we're focusing on how you used to fight. The word sumo wrestler is coming up to me, so I kind of seeing like, you know, you're fighting with all the emotions that you have, rather than the emotions that are necessary for this fight. Okay, so then we have the Emperor. Okay, so again, you're very protective over your kingdom, you're protective over your castle, you're really playing chess, not checkers. You mean, or you're playing chess, not checkers, but you're also being more than stern for the situation. You're being more than let's look up the Emperor. You're being, you know, being more than. Okay, so it's a strong male figure, leadership, accomplishment, and ambition. Okay, but also being overly ambitious could also be a blockage in which you are knocking out your competition, but also leaving those that, you know, leaving the lessons of what you want behind. Okay, or that could just be you becoming more of a stronger masculine. Okay, leading rather than in your feminine qualities. Okay, sometimes y'all can be leading y'all lady qualities. Y'all are a woman sign, but you're not always. You have to balance that. Okay, or unless you would not be creating through the vision that you have for yourself. Okay. So we have the King of Diamonds. Yes. Okay, so definitely enterprise, entities. Okay, so 15 to 18. Okay, and you could be 33 now, finally realizing like, oh my gosh, I've been, you know, fucking at, okay, I'm gonna use the F word, having sex out of defense rather than offense to score, to and not you know how offense can be like, oh, I'm just scoring, I'm just trying to hit this, but it's more kind of like really learning the lessons of the repetitive partners, or the being a serial lover, serial dater. Okay, so we have clubs in the house. Okay, yeah, you can definitely be meeting your partners in the club, and that ain't even where you want to reside. You know, you can't reside in a club. You can't find wifey. I mean, not saying you can't, because you know, plenty of people go out to celebrate. Okay, but anyway, we got the King of Diamonds, so this is definitely business related. Okay, you're definitely using your tactics to womp out competition. So we got businessman or businesswoman, music producer. Okay, so again, you could have been taking advantage of the music industry, and you're like, now I don't ever want to be taken advantage of. Now I want to always be on top of my shit. Okay, so then we have creative type, but business savvy. Okay, so a controlling lover, sexual person, a wealthy person. Okay, so you also could, you could definitely be the primary breadwinner in the relationship, and you kind of want to maintain that status in the relationship, and you want to be admired for that, rather than, you know what I mean, that's like the secondary part of you. I feel like that's like your wealth has been the primary part of who you think that you are. Your confidence has probably been primarily built on how much money you have, and now this is a time where the person sees that, you know, you're conflicted when it comes to the man in the the man in the public or the woman in the public, and the person in the home, you know, the person who yeah. Okay, so sorry, had to business call. Okay, business calls, business duty. Okay, so okay, let's move on from that. So we're gonna go into the 5 of clubs. Okay, and that 5 of clubs is gonna really bring you that clarity to be wonderful. Okay, so you have to be conversation. Okay, learning how to conversate for the long term, learn how to conversate for the short term, but also learning how to really articulate your partnerships to the point where they're not all, you know, business based. Okay, there are some, you know, if you're gonna have a short term conversation with somebody, you know, you have to choose not to become obsessive. Okay, because that 33 is like, okay, you're including them repetitively. Okay, you're including the short term with the long term, and you're confusing those two kind of like entities, okay, or kind of like decision making. Okay, you're not protecting the home as you're not protecting the, you know, the outside image, if that makes sense. Okay, so it says the clover leaf is a bearer of good tidings, but if near clouds, it denotes great jargon. Okay, if however number 2 does not lie near 29 or 28, the jargon 28, 29, the jargon will be short of duration and happiness will follow. Okay, my apologies. Okay, so let's move on to the 4 of clubs. So that is going to be common sense. Okay, so it's just like, well, sometimes people don't think that they're like, oh, you can't bring play to the house. Okay, you can't bring play to the house. You bring no play to the house. Okay, because then you end up having, like, you know what I mean, I wish I would never show you where I stay. What's that song by The Weeknd where he be like, now she knows where I'm totally soldering it, but he's like, now she knows where, I think it's 28, if I'm not mistaken, that song where she's like, now she knows where I stay or where I lay my head at or something like that. You should have told your friends who was, you know what I mean? I feel like you're possessive over your flings, if that makes sense. Like, don't be possessive over your flings. If they're just flings, they're just flings. I don't know, I'm just feeling like serial dater here. All right, so we got the 9, but also a decoder. Okay, so you have to decode and decipher those things. But anyway, we have the 4 of clubs. Yeah, that was that energy. Okay, so we have the number 4. So the key nearby is a certain augury of success. Okay, but if surrounded by unlucky cards, the protagonist is illness. I can't even decipher that. Okay, cool. I can't even decipher that. Sorry guys, my phone, it literally, even if I do have it up there, it will still pop up. This, I don't even know how to get this to be silent. Like, I don't. So whatever. Okay, so that's, we got those cards. Okay, I hope that made sense. Like, you know, really being able to decipher. So clouds was near for me, so being able to decipher play from stay. Okay, so let's go ahead and dig into the ESPM really quickly. And she knows where I stay. I think that's a song. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, the Ace of Cups. Okay, so somebody's being foolish because you're like, you have all this love in your hand, but you're manipulating it to get random things. You know, it's like you're randomly fulfilling wish fulfillments. Okay, but this is also somebody, like, you know, if they were definitely withholding from you, they're definitely gonna like give you more than they were. You got the King of Swords coming through. They're definitely going to start speaking up on it. Okay, so that's like good to combat that wish will not be granted, but now it's going to be granted because you're gonna get that truth, you're gonna get that clarity, but it may not be the way you want to hear it. Okay, it may not be the way you want to hear it, and it may not be the way that you expected it to be delivered to you. Okay, you're like, oh, there we go. You know what I mean? You're like, okay, that's you know, this person may not be super emotional, but they're willing to be emotional, you know, emotionally connected to you. They're willing to be, you know, willing to, I guess, kind of explore the surface of their emotions with you. You're like, oh, okay, wow, okay, hey, wherever it goes is wherever it'll be. Okay, 2 of Wands. So now you're getting out of that energy with the 2 of Wands to, you know, gain more static in your profession. Okay. So in reverse is surprise, wonder, enchantment, emotion, trouble, or fear. Okay, so with that dark woman, you're going to be like really surprised, like how they come off on a consistent basis, okay? Rather than, you know, because again, this is give and take. So you're gonna be surprised that they're willing to like do this with you, if that makes sense. Like, oh, I'm willing to argue. Oh, you willing to fight? Oh, you willing to be here? Oh, you want to love me? Oh, you willing to do this? You know? And a lot of times I feel like Cancers, you guys don't want people to like really go to really bat for you or and with you. You like, whatever. You know, whatever. Or it's like, whatever, you know. That kind of like stay or go interest, you know, it's either stay or go for you. And I feel like you're going to be surprised that this person don't have fear when it comes to, you know, manifesting with you, okay? So the 9 of Wands in reverse, okay? So the 9 of Wands is coming in with the Pale. It's also time to get out of a situation. So you're not stuck because you lack. You're stuck because you were deciding if you want to go back, you know, or you were deciding if you wanted to, if there was going to be a possible way that you can get back into that type of situation, okay? You were really learning to master your mind so you wouldn't have to, you know, do that specific time, if that makes sense, okay? Or, you know, that duration with that person. So then we have, in reverse, this is obstacles, adversity, and calamity, okay? So again, you have to learn how to know when it's you fighting with your lover or you're fighting with your enemy, okay? You have to realize what your enemy is and what your lover is, okay? Hope that makes sense. But yeah, nothing is more important than that I feel good. So you have to, like, you know, I want to feel good right now. I don't want to talk about it, but I am gonna come back to this subject, okay? I feel like even if like I feel like your kids are gonna be questioning you on a sense that, you know, like, I don't know, I feel like your children are going to, even if like you guys have small children or somebody young, your child is gonna like remember what you did and be like, I'm gonna come back to that and ask you about that situation. So everything you're doing is being watched and monitored. Everything you're saying is being watched and monitored. Everything you feel is being watched and monitored, if that makes sense, okay? So, okay, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye, bellows.